Hello, welcome to SAP Virtual Resources, where small businesses find clarity and confidence in their finances. I'm Sarah Page, a financial expert with over 25 years of corporate accounting experience and 3 years of helping entrepreneurs master the world of bookkeeping and accounting. Each week, I'll share practical tips and insights to help you navigate the complexities of financial management and drive your business forward. Join me as we unlock the keys to financial success. So, I know I did not record a video last week. I am sorry. Things got a little hectic. But this week, I want to bring a story from something that I dealt with this week. So, as I have found out, I do payroll for about a dozen companies, and I have a regular payroll provider that I use. But what we ended up having happen is the payroll provider will not allow an ITIN employee, and that is those that have an individual tax identification number instead of a social security number. That can be for a number of things that I won't get into here, but they need to be treated as an employee, just like every other employee. And they need to be paid as employees, as an actual W-2 employee. What I found out from talking with the payroll provider is that because they don't have a social security number, but they still have to pay the social security and Medicare taxes, that there was nothing on the social security side to put that money, and so they just don't, is what the main answer is. And that apparently, after reaching out and doing some research and talking with some other payroll companies, that is a regular answer. Thankfully, I found a payroll company out of New York. They're called Baron Payroll, and they actually provide payroll services for employers that have what they're called ITIN employees that allow the W-2 to be processed correctly. Now, the suggestion I was given before from the other payroll provider was just to pay them as independent contractors. Unfortunately, you can't do that. If they're an employee, if you set their schedule, and many other things, they're intricate to your business. If a business hires me as an independent contractor to do their books or their payroll, that's one thing because they can go find another accountant. But if they are, um, let's say, a tire shop and their mechanic, that's not an independent contractor, that's an employee. They can't be a tire shop if they don't have their mechanics. So they have to be paid as employees and treated as employees. So thankfully, Baron Payroll, they have a solution to this. So if you have concerns about how to do this, if you've been told by your payroll processing company that this cannot be done, it can be. This is a very specialized niche that, from what I understand, Baron Payroll is the only one that does it. So if you have questions, reach out to me. We can talk about it, how we can set it up and get you all set up with Baron. The gentleman that I talked to was very helpful. He answered a lot of my questions about how all of this came to be, and I won't bore anybody. There's a whole bunch of agency rules and regulations from different agencies. But when it comes down to the end of the day, all of your employees need to be treated as employees. They need to be paid properly. They need the taxes deducted. And just because a payroll company tells you they don't do it does not mean you cannot do it properly. So I was very excited to find out that there is someone out there that does this. And if you have questions, if you have any questions about your payroll at all and whether it's being handled correctly, reach out and we will help you make sure that you are paying your employees properly, because what you don't want to do is pay employees as independent contractors. The fees and fines and penalties are not worth it. They're just not. They're very high, and unfortunately, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But I can see after having conversations this week how You can just take that suggestion and because that's the easiest way to do something, even if it's not the right way. So reach out. We can help you set it up so it is correct. And then you don't have to worry about fees and penalties down the road. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.